Now notice this. Then when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it's finished, bringeth forth death. When the desire of the soul, having conceived, gives birth to sin, and the sin, having been completed, brings forth death. Now this is a tremendous statement. You see, conception is the joining and union of two, and the desire of the soul joined to the outward temptation. You remember, the Lord Jesus said, if you're angry with your brother, you're guilty of murder, because it begins in the heart and moves out to the action. He says if you look upon a woman to commit adultery with her, you've done it, because of the fact in your heart is where it began, and that's where it always began. Is temptation sin? Of course it's not sin. The answer's definitely no. It's when the conception takes place, when the thought in the heart is carried out in action. Martin Luther expressed it in this rather novel way. He said, you can't keep birds from flying over your head, but you can keep them from building a nest in your hair. Sin is the consummation of the act inwardly and outwardly. And it comes because you and I have that kind of a nature. It bringeth forth finally death. It'll bring forth physical death finally. Ask the alcoholic about that. It'll bring spiritual death, and it'll bring eternal death. The habitual and perpetual sinner never had a line of communication with God. May I say to you, the question then is going to arise, can a child of God sin? And the answer is yes. But we need to understand that God never uses that at all. Now, I have not concluded this section here by any means. I want to move a little faster beginning next time. But I want us to see, because God is bringing us down, friends, right where we live today. And James is showing us that this easy morality that we have, this easygoing looking at sin today, God has no part in it whatsoever, and God will judge you. He says He'll do just that. Well, we'll have to hold that till next time, and until then, may God bless you, my beloved.